Hi and welcome. I'm Kathy Greenberg, Director of the Madison School of Healthcare at Ashworth College. Thanks for joining us today. In this video, we'll be discussing nursing and healthcare career advancement with our friends from Commonwealth Care of Roanoke. Joining us today is Laura Epperly, who is the Director of Business Development and Care Innovations at Commonwealth Care in Roanoke, Virginia. Thank you for joining us, Laura.
Thanks, Kathy. I'm really looking forward to talking about our relationship with Ashworth and the opportunities for our staff here at CCR.
Thank you. Also with us is Carlin Myers, who's the Director of Human Resources at Commonwealth Care. Great to have you with us today, Carlin.
Hi, thanks, Kathy. Glad to be here and looking forward to talking to you about opportunities that we have, but just talking in general about opportunities people have securing a future in nursing.
Thanks. We'll get started. Laura, you've been a registered nurse for over 40 years. And how do you draw on your experience to advise younger nursing and healthcare professionals in their own career paths?
Well, having been a nurse for over 40 years, I started when I was 12, by the way. I have worked in many various settings, from acute care, home health, employee health, and long-term care. I've also been in the roles of staff nurse, nurse manager, and executive teams, both in acute care and also in long-term care. So with that background, I'm able to talk to nursing students and fellow nurses about the many opportunities there are for folks who are in the nursing world. Also, I've seen a lot in the 40 years that I've been a nurse. I have seen different care delivery models that have evolved, and as part of that evolution I've seen the way that the nursing practice has evolved to become much more independent and providing more opportunities for students who are going into the nursing profession.
Great. Thank you. Carlin, how does your experience contribute to your work helping professionals advance their healthcare careers?
I appreciate you asking that. I've been in long-term care now for 16 years in human resources, and prior to that in other areas, manufacturing and distribution. But with healthcare, it's experiencing all the levels of care that we give and understanding what each job requires and the type of person that needs to go into that. So I believe that just those years of experience of recruitment and hiring in long-term care have been a big help.
Great. I'd like to hear from both of you about the trends you're seeing in the future of healthcare. Carlin, let's start with you this time.
We see an aging, not only population, which is growing the need for more healthcare. We're also seeing an aging workforce as well. So people are staying in the workforce longer, which is creating an interesting dynamic with all the younger employees coming in. So I see a lot of teaching opportunities both ways and learning opportunities from one another. So that's what excites me about the future.
Great. Laura?
Well, from the nursing perspective and the healthcare delivery perspective, the trend now is for less care to be given in acute care hospitals or skilled nursing centers, other institutions, and the push is for more community-based services and being able to care for folks in the community, whether it's in their home or whether it's in an assisted living, a group home. There's several different models out there. And because of that, I think that has really driven the idea of providing care that's person-focused rather than I'm the doctor. I said do this. Doesn't matter if you agree or not, but that's just the way you need to take care of yourself. Now we really spend a lot of time in trying to determine the patient's goals for an episode of care, things that are important to them, where they want to receive that care, how they want to receive the care. And because of those two things, we're seeing a greater autonomy for nurses, being able to function in roles that a few years ago were not available. Many more advanced practice situations, opportunities, and also because of these new care delivery models and the push for getting away from institutional care, we're also seeing many opportunities for nurses to go into their own practice. So if you want the autonomy, there's also greater opportunities for true interdisciplinary team approaches to nursing. So being able to have the education that you typically get in a bachelor's degree program or an advanced practice program, being able to get those skills to be able to either function effectively as a member of a care delivery team or to even function autonomously are two of the great benefits, I think, of being a nurse in this environment.
Thank you. Laura, we both know how incredibly robust the healthcare industry job outlook is right now. So how do you think young professionals can find their calling while building a viable career path in healthcare?
I laugh and say that I was one of those nurses that didn't know what I wanted to do when I grew up. So I've been very fortunate in being able to recognize opportunities as they arose and take advantage of those. For example, trying a new, working in a new department that I was not comfortable with, but taking a position in, for example, the emergency department or a critical care unit. When given an opportunity to take on more responsibility, whether it's a unit manager or charge nurse, those types of things, being able to volunteer for different opportunities, whether it's in your community, whether it's with your church, like with a parish nursing program, those things are crucial, because if you don't look outside where you are right now, there are many opportunities that are going to pass you by. So not being afraid to take that leap of faith and look around and see if there's something that might really truly become your passion.
Great. Carlin, how do you think young professionals can find their calling while building a career path in healthcare?
Well, I'm a lot like Laura. I think that nurses before now were not able to, or anybody going into healthcare could not pick the direction that they wanted to go. It was either I'm going to be a nurse, and then they would get plugged in somewhere. Now with all the specialties, I think students can now pick and choose a lot better. Plus, with the changes in technology, it's amazing how much technology is being introduced into healthcare and how that's being applied to the educational process. So I think the sky's the limit for anybody choosing healthcare as a path. And it's a very robust learning process that's available to them now.
Good. Laura, when we look at the nurse-specific topics, what steps can nurses take right now to advance their careers?
I think one of the initial steps is to learn, like I said before, learn to take advantage of the opportunities that are going to present themselves to you. If you don't have a bachelor's in nursing, I definitely would encourage the RN to BSN programs. There is a knowledge set that comes with that bachelor's program that is going to give you other skills above and beyond just the basic clinical skills that you may have from your ADN, or I'm an old diploma nurse and I got a really great background, but through my bachelor's program, master's program, that added those skills that made me put me in positions where I could take advantage of some of the opportunities that I really wanted to take advantage of.
And Carlin, do you see the RN pathway as a current trend in national nursing careers?
Absolutely. It's the way of the world. We see more federal and state agencies that control and oversee healthcare agencies that are forcing us to have more RNs, and that is the way of the world. And I would hope that I would get in early because that's where it's heading, and it's going to be very competitive in the future.
Great. Well, we all know there's a critical national nursing shortage, and the aging baby boomer generation is going to require more care than ever in future years. So, Laura, why is it better today than ever before to pursue a career in nursing?
Well, I laugh and say I have job security, and nursing staff will definitely have the opportunity for employment now and well into the future. The other thing is that there is the opportunity to truly be able to impact someone else's life. And no matter what specialization you may decide to go into, you're going to affect, hopefully positively, the life and the health of the patients, clients, residents, however you describe the people that you are caring for. And there is such an opportunity for being able to provide nursing care in so many different ways, in so many different settings, that the ability to really pursue what you want to do, if you're a teacher, if you're a researcher, if you're a hands-on type person that loves giving the hands-on care, if you want to work in a hospital, if you would love to work in the community, there are just so many opportunities to be able to impact people's lives.
Great. And Carlin?
I think you have to realize early on in your process of selecting a career that this is what I want to do. Right now, there is a shortage of nurses, but at some point there will be an oversupply of nurses. And I'm always a mindset, I want to be early in and not outside looking in. And I think that should be the philosophy that a lot of these students start taking.
Right. Carlin, as an HR director, what traits and skills do you value the most in healthcare professionals and in the people you're looking to hire?
Well, that's a great question. I think the two that I admire most in those that I see in healthcare are passion for what they do and honesty. And what I mean by honesty, be honest with yourself that this is what you want to do. It's hard. It's hard work, but it's rewarding work. But you want to do it for all the right reasons. And it's not just about a paycheck, but it's about making an impact on somebody's life and their family's life.
And Laura, how about you?
A couple of the things that I look for right off the bat in a prospective employee, I look for someone who's curious and someone who has a real wanting of knowledge, really wanting to learn more, to figure out how to build a better mousetrap, so to speak. And then on top of that, the caring and the compassion, they have to go together. But and maybe it's my personality, but I really am drawn to folks who are not satisfied with the status quo, that they're always looking for a better way to take care of their patients, to provide the care, to communicate with the other members of the team. So those are really the important traits that I look for.
Thank you. This question is for Laura. How do you think mentorship has helped you in your career, and how important do you think it is in career success?
I can honestly say that I would not have been able to enjoy the career that I have 40 plus years later had it not been for a handful of very influential mentors in my life. And I can think of two women especially who took a chance on me and recognized some of the things that I really was passionate about and gave me opportunities to be able to pursue some different avenues. And those folks have really, their influence on me, I don't know that I have shared that with them, but the influence that they have brought to my career has been wonderful. And it's something I kind of describe myself as a mother hen, in that I am the type person that, you know, I like to interact with my staff in the way of, come on, let's go look at this. Come on, let's go figure this out. And being very collegial about that, but also providing the mentorship and the sounding board and just the guidance that that folks are looking for, and enjoying seeing the results of really being a true mentor to folks.
Yes, that's so important. Hey, Carlin, as the HR director, what steps do you think job seekers and those young professionals who want to make an impact in healthcare need or can do to set themselves up for success?
What I see in a lot of educational arenas is a lack of doing mock interviews. I think those are very important that they do those. Doing research on the employers in your area that you might be going to work for. It's more than just a paycheck. It's more than just benefits. Are they a financially strong company? That's important for someone to look at that they're going to work for. So, and also attending networking opportunities in their area, workshops, and those kind of things.
Okay. Well, this concludes our conversation with Laura and Carlin, and I want to thank them so much for sharing their insights with us and with you. And please take a look at the Madison School of Healthcare website to learn all about our healthcare programs. Thank you.